Hey guys, welcome to Worlds Collide. I'm Tony.
And I'm Matt.
And we're going to be doing a real quick video of the last 4 movies that have come out that we didn't get a chance to review. We actually just did our review for Wonder Woman, so stay tuned for that. Go ahead and check that out. See what we thought. Comment below. This is going to be for the last 4 movies we didn't do. We're going to be starting off with the oldest one, which is Doctor Strange.
Going way back to November, so take a trip with us.
It's been a long time. But we're going to start off with Doctor Strange. I'm going to let Matt take it away for that one.
Doctor Strange is hands down the absolute best Marvel movie. In 3D.
Oh, okay. 3D.
Yeah. That movie was made to be viewed in 3D. So if you ever get the opportunity, get those glasses and watch in 3D because it'll blow your mind. It is so good.
I can agree with that. When I watch it, I actually just watched it recently. That's how sad it is. But when I watched it, came to Netflix and I watched it. And when I watched it, I actually texted him, "Oh, the visuals are really good." I just felt like the story was really fast. And my
it is.
Yeah. And
it's extremely fast paced.
It was super fast. I was like, oh, the movie's already here? And it's already over.
He's already come to bargain.
Yeah. And the biggest problem I had was Cumberbatch's muted tone. Like, I just didn't like it. Like, I couldn't deal with it. Every time he talked, I'm like, oh my god, shut the hell up.
I am a doctor.
Yeah, like everything he said, like it was just, I don't know. I couldn't do it. But
it was good though.
No.
It's a good Marvel film. And
I thought it was
Marvel
good.
doesn't make bad movies, so. You know, it was a good Marvel film.
Yeah, Marvel doesn't make bad movies.
They don't.
Sure.
Name a bad Marvel movie.
Oh God.
Wait. Let's not. I'm sorry. Let's.
That's a story for a different time because that'll be a long ass video of in order what movies I think are bad.
All right.
Anyway,
say go see it. See it in 3D.
No, yeah, see it definitely. I didn't see it in 3D. I should probably see it in 3D, but it was a good movie. Definitely thought it was worth a watch. I probably wouldn't go back and rewatch it.
If it's on Netflix, like I'd put it on in the background.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You know. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next one, which is Logan.
Logan. Yeah.
So I want to start off with Logan, even though he's a big fan of Logan. But there's a reason why I want to start off with Logan. One of my favorite games is The Last of Us, and I don't know if you've beat The Last of Us yet.
Multiple times.
Yeah. Okay, I've platinumed that game. But the story, but the story really reminds me of The Last of Us, which is why I came to like it so much. Like, that's the biggest part. It's like a story of a guy who, inherits a little girl and, falls in love, basically, daughter-father relationship. And I really, really, really enjoyed it. I think it's one of the best films that has come out. I don't think it's the best. I don't know. It's borderline. Like, I think it is, but I don't know. It's just hard. That's not Disney, so it's okay. I could say it's one of the best. But for the most part, I actually really enjoyed it. It was really sad, and I caught feels for it.
They talk about movie trilogies and the third one being the worst. The third one was the best.
Well, obviously.
By far.
Obviously.
And for me, it is the best superhero film of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah, I put it above Avengers. I put it above The Dark Knight.
Man of Steel?
I put it above Man of Steel. I think Logan is hands down the best superhero film.
In terms of small story and personal, I think it's better than Man of Steel. In terms of action set pieces, maybe not. But it did have good action set pieces. I'm not trashing this movie in any way possible. I was just curious.
Yeah, no.
Because Man of Steel, I knew, was your top number one for the longest time.
It was for a long time. It still stands really high up there. I have to really sit down and actually do that because all these movies that are out now, I gotta
rewatch them.
Make my list and be like. But Logan, for me, when I walked out of the theater, I instantly knew. I was like, hands down, that was the greatest superhero film I've ever seen. When it came out digitally, I watched it again, and I was like, yep, still the hands down the best thing I've ever seen. My
biggest pet peeve with that film, and you can correct me if I'm
North
wrong.
Dakota.
You can correct me if I'm wrong, but my biggest thing was he had the adamantium claws, and X-Men. You guys all know X-Men's continuity is all fucked up.
Oh yeah, I don't even think about the continuity.
So if you go to the last movie, he had the bone claws, right?
At the end of the end of the Wolverine,
yeah, he had the bone claws, and in this movie he went back to adamantium.
Well,
to me that was
in Days of Future Past, which technically is after the Wolverine, he had the adamantium back already. Okay. It's never explained. I think it's more implied, not even on screen, but I think behind the scenes, I think Bryan Singer was like, "Oh, Magneto gave him the adamantium."
Oh, I guess.
And you're like, but because the continuity is so messed up, you're just kind of like. All right, I guess.
I guess I can give it the pass. It's not. Yeah, I can get the pass.
I guess, whatever. Yeah. But for me, hands down, the best superhero film still to this day.
I can almost agree with that. Almost.
Oh man, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, whatever. Let's move on to the next movie.
Best Marvel film ever.
In terms of
all Marvel films.
In terms of all Marvel films, yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
In terms of, well, yeah, no, actually, well, yeah, because even if you just do Fox's movies, it's the best. If you do just Disney's movies, it's obviously the best. That's just me because for you people that like little kid movies, Disney movies. Anyway, awesome. So let's go to Guardians of the Galaxy next. I'll let you start.
Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy. Obviously, the first one was like the surprise hit. I mean, I'm just regurgitating the same thing people say. They didn't realize it was going to be this good, and it was so well done, so well written, and the soundtrack was on point. It was so well done. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is very good. I'm not trying to discourage that in any way. And the soundtrack is actually very good, and it works really well within the confines of the story. Overall, as a movie, yes, it is very good. It is not as good as the first one. It does have my issues with it are people don't have things to do in that movie besides like Star-Lord. Like everyone gets a particular, if you watch it, everyone gets a particular scene to kind of showcase stuff. Like I was really upset when I walked out that Drax's really all he did in the movie was in the first 20 minutes. The rest of the movie, he was the comedic guy. Yeah. The first 20 minutes, they had that first battle, with that monster, and then he did where he's hanging out the back of the ship trying to take down the other ship. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. And the rest of the movie, he didn't do anything.
That's true.
I was really upset with that. I was just like, why? I mean, I get like he did a great job with the comedic performance, but like give him something to do, especially in the final battle. Gamora, Nebula, Mantis, Drax, they didn't do anything. Nothing. They just sat around.
For me personally, yes, I agree. It's not as good as the first film. No. I do like that opening intro. The way they did
dude, so good.
Yeah, it was cool. I felt like it dragged a little bit, but it was cool. Overall, I felt like the same thing that Doctor Strange suffered from is that it started and it was over, and I was like, that's it.
It kind of drags for me in the middle a little bit. It kind of slowed down. It starts off really strong, and then it kind of slowed down, like especially when they get to the ego.
I just felt like by the time you get to the end and it's over, I'm like, oh, that was a fast movie.
I mean, I think for me, standout, Baby Groot is obviously a standout. I feel
like they overplayed that.
Because they knew they could.
Yeah, I know. Well, obviously, people are going to eat that shit up, but like
all day.
Yeah, but for me, like Baby Groot was like it was cute, but it was overplayed.
I feel like I wanted more of Yondu. Like, okay. I mean, especially with how his arc played out. Yeah. I wanted more of Yondu, but I mean, it is what it is. And Chris Pratt did great. I mean, like it's a good movie, not as good as the first. Yeah. And we'll see. I mean, he's doing 3, so we'll see how 3 turns out.
Yeah. Well. So I don't know. Let's move on to the new movie that just came out, Wonder Woman, which we just seen yesterday, actually. Yeah. So this is the most like recent, most fresh in our mind. I'll start that one out. I will say it's definitely a heavy hitter. Like it's definitely in the top 5, top 8 of movies, top 5
of superhero films.
Yeah.
Ooh, you put it way up there.
Well, I mean, I gotta go back and rewatch it again because I made this mistake with Suicide Squad. So like, I'm not saying in any way Suicide Squad was bad, but the more I watch it, the more I'm like, okay.
Someone's commenting, he's like, yeah, Suicide Squad sucked.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, Suicide Squad is good. Like, I can sit down and watch it again, but it's not as good as the first time I watched it. When I watched it the first time, there's a lot of eye candy, a lot of Easter eggs that fucking made me hype.
Right? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there.
And after a couple times watching, I'm like, all right, it's a good movie. It's not great. It's not as good as I originally thought. Now, that doesn't stand for, like, obviously BVS or Man of Steel.
Well, and then that's what makes Wonder Woman a great film is because of the fact that, like, with Suicide Squad, it was rushed. Yeah. Even with BVS, that movie was somewhat rushed. I mean, that movie,
it wasn't, because it was a 3-year production.
Right, well, I think, which is, I guess, more than enough time. Yeah. But I think it was more like the studio let the director do what they needed to do, but then also gave their input where it needed to go. Yeah. I mean, I hate to say this, kind of like a Marvel film. They let the director express their creativity and came up with an outstanding film. I mean, it's a great movie. It absolutely was a great movie, and I would highly recommend that movie to anyone.
And like I said, we just did our review and talked about everything about it, so you can check that out if you want to hear more on it. But
so if you had a list of those 4 movies, what order would they be in?
Like I said, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just go. It's between Logan and Wonder Woman, but. Obviously, okay, I'm just going to say Logan.
Yeah, you are.
But, okay, so Logan, Wonder Woman, I would say Guardians, and then Doctor Strange.
That would be my list as well. Logan at the top, Wonder Woman, and then Guardians to Doctor Strange.
Man, if only Logan belonged to Disney. Oh, but they wouldn't have did the R rating because it's Disney.
No, they can't do
Go
that.
Figure.
You can't cut people's heads off.
Yeah, well, I don't know. So, yeah, and for me, like, Wonder Woman and Logan are, like, Logan, obviously R-rated, real more personal story. Wonder Woman, it is a personal story.
It is. It was a huge personal story.
And definitely that movie could have been R-rated, but obviously because it's going to be for little girls and someone that's
because especially with some of the war aspects of the film, I expected them to maybe push a little bit further, and they didn't. Especially with how much they made World War I out to be the war to end all wars.
There was a scene where it showed a guy missing a leg, but it wasn't bloody at all.
No, but if you think about obviously who they're selling that movie to, that was probably the most that they could push it. So, and it worked out great.
And could you think about that R-rated Wonder Woman movie, dude? Hacking off heads and shit. And Wonder Woman kills, by the way, for all you. Batman doesn't kill. Superman doesn't kill. Fucking Nolan fags.
Talk like
I don't know. But overall, the last. It's because everyone praises Nolan's trilogy, and it was a good trilogy.
It's an outstanding trilogy.
But for me, it was everyone what's the word? Romanticizes it,
or just idolizes it.
Yeah, idolizes it as if that's the best version of Batman. That's off topic, but that is not the best version of Batman. Nor is that the best.
We have to wait till the Batman movie comes out. Yeah, right now Ben Affleck's making a run for it. So
Ben Affleck's Batman was better in every way than fucking Christian Bale cancer voice. Anyway, that's off point and off topic. Yeah.
So
the last 4 movies, they're all good.
There they are. They're all good. They don't make bad superhero films anymore. They really don't.
Well, they're definitely.
I take that back. We could talk about X-Men Apocalypse. It's not bad, but it's not good.
I enjoyed it. It dragged a little. I enjoyed it, but yeah, whatever.
All right, off topic again. We're gonna save these topics for another day.
Yeah. So those are the last 4 movies. Let us know what you guys obviously think. Let us know your list, what you like and didn't like. Just let us know in the comments below. I'm Tony.
I'm Matt.
And go ahead and subscribe to our channel and
like our videos. Yeah, got a lot of them. Go check them out. Some of the oldies.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Bye, guys.
Later.